What if I told you that 5 simple words? Yes, just 5. Hold the power to reshape your reality, rewire your brain, and realign your life with everything you've ever prayed for, hoped for, or dreamed of. These 5 words are not just affirmations, they are frequencies. They are divine codes. And when spoken from the heart with belief, they send signals into the quantum field, into the mind of God, and attract back to you what you are ready to receive. Let me ask you something. Are you living by design or by default? Because if you're stuck in fear, lack, or limitation, you're not using the full spiritual technology that was gifted to you from the very beginning. Every word you speak is not just a sound, it's a signal. It carries frequency, it carries intention. And the universe doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to what you are. When you speak a word, especially with emotional energy behind it, you're broadcasting a vibrational pattern into the quantum field. That field, this invisible intelligence, this consciousness is always listening, always responding, not to your wishes, but to your energy. And your energy is being shaped by your language, whether you're conscious of it or not. You see, language is the bridge between the internal world of thought and the external world of matter. When you say, I can't, you're not just being negative. You are literally collapsing the infinite possibilities of the quantum field down to limitation. You are signaling to the field that you're not available for change, that you're not ready to be more, to have more, to live beyond your current circumstances. And what happens? The field mirrors back that same version of reality. But if you speak differently, if you say, I am worthy of more, and you say it not from your head but from your heart, with every cell of your being activated, you're sending a different signal. You're broadcasting a new frequency. And because the quantum field is a mirror of your consciousness, it begins to organize new events, opportunities, and encounters that match that elevated emotion and intention. That's how change begins, not through wishing, but through alignment. This is why your words matter more than you've ever realized. When combined with emotion and intention, words create electromagnetic patterns in your energy field. They literally influence your biology, your neurology, and your destiny. You can't speak powerfully and live passively. The body responds to what the mind consistently tells it. If you keep speaking the language of lack, you'll keep living in it. But if you speak the language of divine possibility, with full emotional conviction, you begin rewiring your nervous system to match that new reality. The brain doesn't know the difference between an experience that's real and one you vividly imagine and feel. So when you speak words with elevated emotion, you're conditioning the body into a new future before it ever happens. And that's the secret. The field responds to who you're being now, not who you promise to be later. The subconscious mind is not analytical. It doesn't reason, it doesn't judge, and it doesn't question what you keep feeding it. It simply receives. And the language it understands is not English, Spanish, or any spoken tongue. It speaks in patterns. It listens through repetition, emotion, and deeply ingrained belief. You've been programming your subconscious since the moment you became conscious of yourself, and most of that programming happened without awareness. That's why it runs the majority of your thoughts, behaviors, and habits on autopilot. You think you're choosing your life, but most of the time your subconscious is choosing for you. Now here's the challenge and the opportunity. If your subconscious has been wired by past experiences, trauma, limitation, fear, or what others told you was true, then it's not working for your expansion. It's holding on to survival. It's trying to protect you with old programs. But you're not meant to live in survival. You're meant to evolve. And you can't evolve into a new future while rehearsing the past. That's where the power of conscious repetition comes in. When you start speaking new words, truths that reflect the life you want to live, not the one you've already lived, you begin interrupting the old program. The more you repeat those words with intention and elevated emotion, the more the subconscious begins to accept them as familiar. And once something becomes familiar to the subconscious, it starts working toward it as if it's already true. That's neuroplasticity. That's how we rewire the brain. You might not believe the new words right away. That's okay. The goal isn't blind faith, it's emotional imprinting. You speak it, you feel it, you repeat it, you rehearse it so often that eventually your body believes the future you're imagining is more real than the past you've been memorizing. That's when the magic happens. That's when the subconscious shifts from survival mode into creation mode. The problem is most people affirm change once or twice and expect results. But transformation doesn't come from one spark, it comes from sustained fire. You have to impress the subconscious with the same consistency that the world once used to suppress it. Speak your new truth daily. Feel it, embody it. Let it become so real in your inner world that the outer world has no choice but to catch up. Worthiness is the energetic gatekeeper of your reality. You don't attract what you want because wanting still comes from lack. You attract what you believe you are aligned with. what you feel safe to receive, what you feel ready for. And at the root of all manifestation, whether it's love, wealth, healing, or purpose, is the silent question, do I truly believe I'm worthy of having this? If the answer deep in your subconscious is no, then no matter how much effort you put in, you'll unconsciously sabotage it, delay it, or reject it altogether. You could visualize every morning, say the affirmations, create the vision board, meditate for hours. But if underneath all of that you still carry the emotional residue of unworthiness, it becomes a filter that distorts everything you try to create. That's because the quantum field doesn't respond to what you pretend to be. It responds to your state of being. It responds to your core vibration. And when that vibration is anchored in lack or shame or guilt, you stay stuck in the loop of your past. To shift that, you don't need to become someone else. You need to remember who you were before the world told you who to be. Worthiness is not something you earn through struggle or prove through perfection. It's something you return to. Something that's been there from the moment you took your first breath. The moment you begin claiming your worth, not from ego but from spiritual knowing, you unlock the flow of receiving. That's when energy starts moving. That's when your biology begins to match your intention. Because when you say, I am worthy of more, and feel it as truth, your body releases new chemical signatures, your heart starts to open, your mind begins to trust the future again. You stop chasing and start allowing. You stop performing and start aligning. The universe doesn't withhold, it waits. It waits for your frequency to match the life you've asked for. And worthiness is that frequency. So this journey isn't about achieving, it's about remembering. It's about clearing out the emotional debris that has told you that you're not enough, and replacing it with a divine certainty. Because when you embody the vibration of worthiness, you don't chase miracles. You become the environment where miracles are natural. Action is the bridge between the inner world and the outer world. There, you can think all the right thoughts, speak all the right words, and visualize the most beautiful future. But if you don't take aligned action, nothing changes, because the universe doesn't respond to potential. It responds to energy and motion. It responds when you become the version of yourself who already has what you desire and begin acting from that level of being. That's the shift from hoping for change to embodying it. Most people wait. They wait to feel ready, wait for the signs, wait for the money, the partner, the opportunity. But the truth is, you don't receive those things, then take action. You take action and those things begin to show up. When you change your energy and follow it with movement, you create momentum. That's what tells the subconscious and the quantum field that you're serious, that you're no longer just thinking about transformation, you are becoming it. Every time you speak the words, I am worthy of more, you are opening a doorway. But it's not enough to open the door, you have to walk through it. That might mean making a different decision, setting a boundary, starting the project, saying yes when you've been hiding, or saying no when you've been shrinking. It means acting as if you are already living the reality you want to create. Because when your behavior matches your intention, your environment starts to reorganize around that signal. The body may resist at first. It's wired for familiarity, even if that familiarity is pain or limitation. But when you act in opposition to your old identity, and you do it consistently, you're teaching your body what it feels like to live in the future. Now, that's how you become your vision, not just dream about it. You bring the future into the present by acting from it. And the more you do this, the more your brain creates new neural pathways. Your chemistry changes, your electromagnetic field expands, and suddenly you're no longer the same person reacting to the old life. You're a new person attracting a new one. Real transformation doesn't come from what you know, it comes from what you do with what you know. You must live the truth you claim to believe. And when your actions align with your elevated thoughts and emotions, you collapse time. The miracle doesn't take years, it becomes inevitable. This is your divine moment. Heaven has already said yes, now it's your turn. You are worthy. You are ready. And it's time you walk, speak, and live like it. If these 5 words stirred something in you, let me know in the comments. Type I am worthy of more and affirm your shift. Share this message with someone who needs it. Like it, save it, return to it daily. Because transformation doesn't happen once, it happens consistently. Your destiny is not waiting on a miracle, it's waiting on you to believe you're worthy of receiving it.